Hello everyone. Today we're gonna show you how to edit this car photo. We're gonna zoom in, check out the headlights, check out the highlights of the image. As you can see, it's really bright, it's really sharpened up. I'm gonna start by adjusting the exposure a little bit, bring it down so you can see it's already making a big difference. Next I'm gonna adjust the contrast, slightly gonna bump up the contrast. I'm going to bring the highlights down as the image is already very brightened up. Yeah, the highlights slightly down look okay. Next up, I'm going to set the whites and the blacks. Just bring them down, the blacks a little. I'm going to adjust the colors a little bit. Let's see, too much sharpened up. So what we need to see is the image should not be too bright, not too bright, not too dark, and not too sharpened up. As you can see right now, the highlights on the wheels and the rims are way too sharpened up. So I'm going to adjust the hue a little bit. I'm going to bring down the reds slightly. No, I'm going to slightly bump them down. Yeah, that looks about right. So next up, I'm going to bring down the oranges, and it looks good. The hue looks good. I'm going to slightly make the red a little bit normalized. So next we're going to hit luminance. I think we're going to bring the green a little bit up. It looks right about right. The trees in the background, yeah, now they look fine. So the key figure right now is to make this look natural. So I'm going to adjust the color wheel. I'm going to give it a slightly, I want to give it a slightly a bluish tint. So I'm going to adjust the main tints, bring it right about here. Yeah, looks good enough. I'm going to adjust the shadow tint a little bit towards a yellowish shade or orange shade maybe. Let's see what looks good over here. So as you can see, adjusting the tint wheel, we can now make a decent filter. I want to do something blue and yellowish right about here. This is what I want for the final image. This looks right about good. I'm gonna adjust this a little bit more. I'm gonna bring it right a little bit more up. Yeah, that is right where I want it to be. Yep, that looks good enough. I want to bring down the sharpening in the wheels and the headlights. I'm going to zoom in on them. I'm going to zoom in on the lights. I'm going to adjust the sharpness a little bit on the light right next to the parking light. I'm going to bring it down. Looks a lot better now. Yep. So once the light is done, looks about right. Now I'm going to adjust the wheels because the wheels are gathering too much contrast and too much sharpness. I'm going to adjust these. I'm going to bring them down a little bit, right about here. And that looks good enough. Yep. So as you can see, the lights look much better now. And I think that's about it. I don't want to add anything else. Like the picture right now is how I want it to be. I want to give it a warehouse effect. I'm going to adjust the saturation a little bit, bring it a little bit down, and that's about it. Looks good enough. I'm going to preview the original. Oh wait, never mind, it's alright. That's about it. We don't need to do anything else. No tint, no filter, no, nothing. So looks good enough to me now, just the way I wanted it. So I'm going to export it now. So we're going to hit file, I'm going to export it, select the file name, and yeah, looks good. And I'm going to select this and export the image. So there you have it. That's how we that's an intro on how to edit a warehouse scene for an image. I hope it was helpful to you. Do let me know if you need any more intros.